Solar advocates in San Diego and 10 other California cities are letting utility regulators know they don't like a proposed plan for rooftop solar. KPBS environment reporter Eric Anderson was there.
Protesters rallied under a cloudy sky as they expressed concern about the regulatory cloud they say is dimming the solar industry's future. The California Public Utilities Commission is considering cutting the economic benefits of installing a solar system, and that didn't land well with the community leader in Southeast San Diego.
We're in a climate crisis, and communities of concern are often impacted first and worst. Taking away access to clean energy right now is an atrocity.
The CPUC proposal did not include onerous grid connection fees, which created enough outrage last year to sink the commission's first proposal. But it does sharply reduce the value of rooftop-generated power.
It would slash the value of solar energy 75% overnight while boosting utility profits at the expense of the public starting next year.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
San Diego Gas and Electric officials haven't spoken publicly about the issue except in regulatory filings and hearings. Kathy Fairbanks works for the utility-funded group Affordable Clean Energy for All. She says solar subsidies are unfair.
The current program is structured so that primarily disadvantaged Californians, low-income seniors, renters, people who don't have solar, who don't have access to rooftop solar, are subsidizing benefits that flow primarily to wealthy Californians who own homes, who can afford to put solar rooftop panels on their homes.
Fairbanks thinks regulators need to put back fixed monthly grid access fees. Solar industry backers say thousands of jobs are at risk if the proposed rules are adopted as is. Regulators are expected to vote on the issue in mid-December. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.
And now this morning, people against these new rooftop solar proposals, they're rallying across the state, including a quite large rally right here in San Diego. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joining us in Valencia Park now with details of this proposal. Kelly, what are they saying there?
St. Stephen's Church in Valencia Park where that rally is underway. So let's get you a look right now. As you mentioned, there are several rallies being held across the state. Now, this location was chosen because the church uses solar energy. Now, this group says the proposed plan that's going before the California Public Utilities Commission will drastically reduce the number of people who want to get rooftop solar. Here's what one of the organizers told me.
Now is a time when we should be providing incentives for communities of concern to go solar, nonprofits, churches, multifamily affordable housing. Right now is the time when we need to see an increase, not a reduction.
We're not sure what.
And that was Karina Gonzalez with the nonprofit Hammond Climate Solutions Foundations. So there are people out here from different environmental groups, people who work in the solar industry. And the latest proposal includes removing a proposed $8 per kilowatt monthly fixed charge, a so-called solar tax on new residential systems. So this group is in favor of that. However, it is against reducing utilities payments to homeowners for excess power they sell by as much as 75% compared to current rates. Now, that only applies to new customers. It wouldn't affect people with existing solar systems. But the group here says slashing those payments will make solar less affordable for customers, which means fewer people may want to get rooftop solar, which will then slow down the growth of solar across the state. Now, the utility companies aren't happy with parts of this proposal either. They argue under it, solar customers aren't paying their fair share to deliver residential power and maintain the electric grid, and that those who don't have solar are unfairly being burdened. So back out here live, a look here at this rally in Valencia Park. Now, the CPUC is meeting today. However, they aren't scheduled to take a vote until their December 15th meeting. Now, if the proposal passes, it sounds like changes won't take effect until April. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
SDG&E has given customers notice that rates for gas and electricity will be going up again in the new year, and they are already among the highest in the country. It might have you thinking about changing to solar.
So historically, solar customers have received bill credits as an incentive to switch, but a change could be coming to those bill credits, which might make solar a bit less enticing.
California Public Utilities Commission wants to reduce the so-called net metering payments for solar users. NBC7's Kelvin Henry explains why it's happening.
Those for the proposal by the CPUC say that this is a net positive, while those against it says it removes the financial incentive to install solar panels and also will cause California to miss their climate energy goals.
We need more solar in our neighborhoods, not less.
San Diegans rallying to keep the current incentive structure of installing solar panels.
California has ambitious clean energy goals. We need rooftop solar in order to get there, in order to meet our climate change goals. Without rooftop solar, there's no way that we're going to get there.
The CPUC is proposing to change the financial incentives for certain times of the day. Right now, some homeowners with solar receive up to 30 cents per kilowatt hour of extra energy. Under the new plan, that will go up to 40 cents per kilowatt of extra energy during night hours and as low as 5 cents per kilowatt during the day.
The California Public Utilities Commission is considering a proposal on December 15th that will essentially send rooftop solar off of a cliff.
Climate activist Karina Gonzalez says she's concerned people will ditch solar, which will hurt the state and country's climate goals.
We've talked to a lot of people who were considering going solar and they no longer are because the rules are always changing.
However, the California Public Advocate Office says the industry won't be hurt by the move. In fact, it will only help.
I think the proposed changes to going forward for new net energy metering systems is ratepayer friendly and will help continue to promote both solar and battery systems in California, particularly in San Diego. The current structure is costly and inequitable. The new structure is future oriented and to help solve the problems we're facing now.
I also spoke with people who are solar industry employees who fear that their jobs may be in jeopardy, and I also spoke with some people who say that they would like to see more details from this proposal before they make a final decision on it. But for now, reporting in Kearny Mesa, Kelvin Henry, NBC7.